Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing this look. It's a Bambi look. I created it off of a picture, but I also saw Amanda Ensing do it, and I thought it was a very good idea because it is easy and you can do it pretty much with whatever you have at home for makeup. So if you would like to see how you get this look, then just keep watching. So far, all I have done is my primer, my foundation, my concealer, and my powder and my brows. So for those products, First, I used my Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is really good for dry skin. I like this a lot. The Dior Forever Foundation in the shade 020. I used my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15, my Tarte Concealer in the shade Fair Beige. And then I set all of that with my Cover FX Mattifying Setting Powder. And I filled in my brows with my Brow Wiz in medium brown, my L'Oreal eyebrow plumper, whatever, and then my Brow Dip in medium brown also. So in the picture, it really shows just a really bronzed, glowy look, and then stuff added on from that. So I'm going to go off this picture, and I'm going to bronze up. So I'm going to take my NARS Laguna bronzer, and I'm going to take, it's a pointed blush brush, but I use it for bronzer. And I'm just gonna bronze my skin up. I'm going to go in with my Cheek Parade by Benefit, and I'm going to take the Hoola and the Hoola Light, and I'm going to mix them, and I'm just going to try to carve out my cheekbones a little more. I'm going to do this up at the temples too. Just to make sure that I am completely bronzed. So after I have all the bronzer that I want, I'm going to then put a tiny bit of blush, just like a little bit. And I'm going to use my Morphe M530 in the Dandelion blush from Benefit, also in this palette. And that's literally all I'm going to do for that. Afterwards, I'm going to spray my face with the MAC Fix Plus because I want to make sure I have a really dewy face, plus very, very highlighted skin. After that is all dry, I'm then going to glow up my face, and I'm going to use my Jeffree Star and Manny MUA collab in Uranus, and it is a Skin Frost. And I'm just going to highlight pretty much the normal places on my face, but I'm going to highlight a little extra. Now I'm going to do my eyeshadow. So I was thinking it's more of a bronzy look because it is Bambi. I'm going to use this Tarte palette. It's kind of new, Clay Play facing palette. And yeah, we're going to try this one out. So first I'm going to start off with this brush that I got in my BoxyCharm. It's called a crease brush, and we're going to go in with Journey, which is right here, and we're going to put this all in the crease. This isn't going to be too much eyeshadow, it's just going to be more based on the dots in the look, the eyeliner, and the lashes, but we're going to just put a little bit so it does look like we have some dimension in the crease. Then after that, I'm going to take Stone, which is this color right here, one below, and I'm going to just take it on the tip of my brush and put it a little more inside my crease. So the color before, Journey, was a little in our transition, and in our crease, this one's just going to be just in our crease. Another brush, this is from a Morphe kit, I will leave the link down below, and we're going to take Timber a tiny bit because it is very, very pigmented. And we're just going to dab it a little bit into the brush, tap off the excess, and go just in the outer corner and blend in. You kind of want to wing it out too, just so that it gets that wing effect. Okay, and then I'm going to take the crease brush that I used for my transition and my crease shade, and I'm going to take those two colors, and I'm just going to mix them and put them under my lower lash line on both sides. Okay, after that's done, we want to clean up a little bit of this just to make sure it looks exactly the same. I'm going to take my Morphe E47 and my translucent powder that I used before, which was my Cover FX one, and I'm just going to make sure that I clean this up. So you take quite a bit of powder on your brush and you just line it up underneath where you put the shadow, like so, and then you do the same thing to the other side. And let it sit there just for a little bit so that it can collect all of what needs to be collected, all the remaining eyeshadow. It's not going to ruin your makeup at all either, it's just going to make it have a more precise line. Now I'm going to take my Morphe E41 and just wipe this away. See how that just cleaned it up and made it more precise. So now I'm going to go off camera and do my eyeliner with my Kat Von D Tattoo Felt Tip Liner. So I went ahead and did my top eyeliner, my lower liner, my inner, and my lashes. So for the inner part, I just took a little bit of the NYX that I used for my waterline, and I just did that, like pretty much a little dot in the corner of my eye, and then I just smudged it around to make it look of that eye effect. And then now I'm going to go on to lips, and I'm going to use edge to outline them, and it is from MAC. And then I'm going to use Jeffree Star and the Manny MUA collab, and I'm going to use Daddy. And since this is so dark, I'm going to go in with this pinker shade to try to lighten it up a little bit. So now the lipstick. I love Jeffree's applicator and his formula a lot because it is matte, but it's not too matte. Now that that is done, I'm going to go in with my Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D, and I'm just going to sketch out where I think that I want the nose to be. Pretty much, since I do have this in, I'm just going to do half my nose and halfway down to here, because if I go all the way down, it may make the nose look too big. So I'm just going to outline it as much as I possibly can, and you guys obviously can do it to whatever way you would like, but I'm going to go off this picture to try to make it as close to that as possible. Go ahead and fill it in with this also. Mainly with this, and then I'm going to go back with a black eyeshadow. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go in with the black in this palette, this one right here, and we're going to fill it in with a packing brush to try to make it look exactly the way we want it to. But as that is drying, we are going to do the dots on the face. So I'm going to take this Clinique Super Balance foundation that I have, and I'm going to take a back of a brush that I do not really care about, and I'm going to put this on the back of my hand. That was way too much. Whatever. Then, so this is about the right size that I would use if I were to do this, because I do want them to look pretty big so that it is noticeable. So I'm just going to dip my brush like this much in the back of it, and I'm going to do 2 right here, and if you need to take more, obviously do it. And then I'm going to do 2 under my contour, so like about here. And then I'm going to do 1 right here. You pretty much can put them wherever you would like. And you can do little pressure to make them little, like smaller. Or you can take a makeup wipe and This doesn't really need to be precise at all. You can kind of just put them wherever you want to put them. And I like to do different like sizes because I don't want it to look the exact same. And I'm gonna put one on the side of my nose right here, just a tiny little one, and then a tiny little one on the side of my cheek right here. And then, as the picture shows, she did do it on her shoulder. You can do that. I am not gonna do that because I don't think that I would be wearing anything that would show my shoulders, but if you are, go for it. Do some bronzer and some, you could even use concealer for this. You don't need to use a lighter shade of foundation. I just used that because I had it. But you could always use a lighter shade of concealer, a lighter shade of foundation, whatever you have laying around. This is pretty much something you could do with anything you have laying around. This eyeliner you could also do with eyeshadow if you don't have eyeliner. The nose we're going to fill in with the eyeshadow afterward. Just to make sure that my lashes and my real lashes are staying on, I'm going to go in with the Big Shot mascara by Maybelline and just make sure they're together. And this is just like honestly a quick little thing that you could do or you don't have to do. And I messed up, but that's okay. We'll fix it. And I'm going to do my lower lashes too. We're going to take the black shade in this palette right here with one of these brushes from the kit that I will link down below. It is like a concealer brush, but I will use it to pack on some color. And I'm getting it in my hair. Yay! So I'm just taking, it's very pigmented, so I'm just taking a little bit, tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to go over everywhere that I did this nose, just to make sure it looks perfect. I mean, it doesn't need to look exactly the way it does in the picture, but close to. Yeah, so that finishes off this look. I hope you guys really enjoy it. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is like your main makeup things you usually would do. A little darker lip if you would like. Having black eyeshadow, a nude palette, mascara, maybe some lashes, you don't have to. A lighter concealer or your concealer. A foundation, pretty much anything you have laying around, you can create this look. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.